Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Taverna Kyma in Boca.
Hold the mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defoe, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the...
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And we are right on time for lunchtime. It is the noon hour, a little bit of an earlier start, and we are at, once again, Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro on Galt Ocean Mile. Relatively new here. You know the name if you've lived in Hollywood. And, of course, we've got the lovely Sophia.
Hello.
Always a pleasure to be joined by you. And we've got off in the corner at home base, Jeff Defoe DeForest. Defoe, how are you today?
I couldn't be better. You know, among my dying wishes, I was thinking about this in my walk of life, is to be cut loose in a Greek pastry / restaurant. And then if it's hosted by the lovely Sophia, as you mentioned, Mike Mayo, then it only adds to the dream and enhances the wish. So good to see you guys. And wow, I mean, it looks like the party started. I wish I had checked down there. That would have been great.
Yes.
Jeff, we miss you.
I wish I'd come. You know what? It was a little bit that I was told, and I think these guys really want to have your company to themselves because I was told that it was too tight in there to have all four of us. So I ended up here.
There's always room for you. And she even poured the wine in
Cheers.
your honor. Let's say Yamas.
Yamas.
Yasu.
I have my post-walk Budweiser here, so it's a little pedestrian, but less.
Cheers.
A lot going on here. Oh, this is a nice rosé. Is this a Greek wine or?
It's actually not. I'm gonna shock you today, and I'm not gonna do any Greek today.
Yeah. Okay. So she's going a little bit counterintuitive because Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro. Last month we highlighted the breakfast fair, the brunch fair, a lot of the great, the pastries and baked items, and some of the Greek goodies. But she wants everybody to know that this is not just for Greek cuisine. And so, what do you got on tap for us today?
So today we have a little antipasto platter with some meat and some cheese and fruit and balsamic glaze with some bread, of course.
Now, Defoe, you'd appreciate this because before the show, we're going over everybody's dietary restrictions this week because Lubie is adherent to the laws of Passover, so he's not eating any bread. Yeah. Sophia was explaining to me about in Greek Orthodox and Eastern Orthodox culture that this week, Holy Week, they basically don't eat meat or anything of the flesh. So even like anything that has blood running through it. Is that correct?
Yes. There's certain days there's no oil. There's certain days there's no dairy, even in that aspect. So
yeah.
But for the most part, it is anything of the flesh.
So you know what's great though? I observed none of this. So, whatever you guys have left over, I'm not far away. Tell Lubie to bring up.
Then we go on Sunday. Then it's like
it's whole hog or whole lamb, as the case may be. But Defoe, it's a shame. Is that irony, or that the one person who could eat everything is not here? He's drooling.
Oh, me.
The screen, yeah. And
I tell you what, this is drool worthy. Honestly, I love antipasto plates anyway, and especially with the right kind of bread and just the right mix, oils and spices.
Oh no, you can see we've got a lovely mix on here, all kinds of meats and cheeses. Which is, let me ask you this, Lubie. So. You won't eat the bread.
No.
You can have the cheese, but where does the prosciutto food fit in on the kosher?
Again, I don't
scale?
do kosher. I just do Passover. My mom always did that with corn syrup and all these different rules that make no sense to me. I understood the story about the matzah and the bread and all that, so I adhere to that. And then the rest of it, I'm wide open. So I'm ready for all this.
And the thing is, I can eat everything because, that's the way I roll. But now, because of all my medications, I have really not much appetite. But I'm going to barrel through.
I think you can figure it out.
I will figure it out. I did okay yesterday at Pizza Craft. And you guys got pizza here, too,
We
right?
do, yes.
So we're going to have some of that.
Have some pizza, yes.
We're going to have some pasta. We're going to have a lot of different sandwiches. And you have burgers on the menu here.
We do.
It's
a huge variety.
Let's just remind people, this is at 3537 Galt Ocean Drive. It's just to the east of A1A. It's right on the up and down corridor. You know Galt Ocean Mile. It's
Yep.
world
Right.
famous. Our friend
By the
Frankie
manor.
Torico at Casa Calabria and the Ocean Manor Resort is right up the road. And so we are having ourselves a good time here. Defo, you would be happy to hear I got a good report card today. I went to the doctor after all.
No, please. We're not even 7 minutes into the show, and you're already giving us a medical report. I don't know. I mean, the people are following you, but I'm not sure that the detail on this is necessary. As you guys are diving in on this beautiful platter of food, I don't know what your A1C is, but I hope it's good.
Well, no, as I got the blood work done last week, and we've got Tony, the general manager here, dropping in more
Oh,
plates.
wait a minute. Look at this, Sophia, you're out of your mind.
Oh,
Look
no,
at-
we're going insane today.
Yeah,
That's
and
incredible.
French fries. Where does French fries fit on the Passover
Fine.
scale? It's fine.
Potatoes
Okay.
are the carb you can
Fried potatoes is
Yeah.
the one thing you
have.
can
You
have.
eat lots of potatoes actually this week.
Potatoes my favorite because vodka's made from potatoes. Vodka and French fries.
Is that a burger in the middle there?
In
Because
your
that looks
life.
sensational. Is that
Oh,
a burger in
good.
front of you,
Nice and crisp.
Sophia?
Mm.
That looks wild.
Yeah, good stuff.
So-
Anyway, no, let me just give, because I know people are just on pins and needles. I went
Yeah,
over the blood work last week. I shocked myself the fact that just by like living right for the last 2 months and being on the Gila Monster juice, also known as Ozempic, for just 6 weeks, my A1C dropped a full point from 7.3, which is diabetes range, to 6.3, which is back like in pre-diabetes land.
Nice.
My doctor's words were this: "I'm very proud of you. Keep it up, and you don't have to come back for another 6 months."
Nice.
So
That's a
Wow.
win.
that and I promised him that I was going to be good and not go overboard, and then here I come,
And
Now
then
we're
here
here.
you come.
and look what Sophia does.
Next
to me.
time, do your doctor's appointment after you come see me. You have to change that.
No, it's all.
So
it's
what do we-
all good.
So what do we have in front of us, Miss Sophia?
So we have a pastrami sandwich.
Nice. But it looks like there's some peppers
Yep,
and doing some interesting things with
Yep, some roasted peppers in there, and we have our burger melts.
Mm.
it. Nice.
Classic, just
I
easy.
just dove in. That's good.
And with,
Cheesy. It's like 2 kinds of cheese
Yep, Yep.
and mushrooms.
and mushrooms. Yep.
That's a good burger.
So
Now, what accompanies that, Sophia? It looks like a salad of some spectacular nature. no?
yeah, Caesar salad.
Oh, nice.
We got to
So
see.
you guys do
Simple.
a lot with salads. That's
We
one
do.
thing I appreciate with the bakery. It's lighter items. You do have heavier items. You're going to bring them out,
Yes.
but you do cater to. We're right by the beach. People want
Yes.
quick, lighter fare. You guys do that as well.
We do usually 2 sides with everything. So like a starch and a salad usually. So or like our dinner entrees have like veggies and a starch. So we like to do like a full meal. It's not a la carte really.
No, you give people
Yeah.
their money's worth. That people
Yeah.
want, like kind of a full platter plate. It's very nice.
Thank
Reminds me of going back in Brooklyn, the King's Plaza Diner, among one of many fabulous, Greek-owned diners
Yeah.
in the New York area, and I always loved the burgers, cheeseburger deluxe.
It's crazy because Greeks do burger in the restaurants and the diners. We do pretty good burgers. It's shocking, but yes.
It is
Yeah.
one of the specialties. All right, so besides the goings on here, and how has it been going? Because now it's about 2 months in.
Yeah, it's actually really great. We've very welcoming, and people are constantly saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I found you." You're kind of stumbling on us.
Mhm.
Our online reviews are all like, "I found this gem. I found this place." So far, everything's been very, very good feedback, positive, and
And-
it's been nice because it's kind of like building. So
Yeah.
it's not like we got to open a little bit on the
Number
calmer side, and then now things are starting to really
I
build
think
up.
that's the proper way to do it. The slow build
Yes.
instead of some of these places come in a lot of pre-publicity, a lot
Yep.
of hype, a lot of influencers come in right off the bat, and
Yeah.
then and then all of a sudden it's overwhelmed, and people say, "Oh no, we had a bad experience. It was too crowded. It took too long."
They weren't
It's
ready
better
for it.
when you do.
Or people get frustrated. They're like, we couldn't get in. It's like the new place in town.
Right.
So we kind of eased into it.
I like the
and
slow,
like
low
to
and
build it.
slow.
Yeah.
In terms of finding it, is it visible from A1A? Because I come down that
It's
way
not.
quite a bit.
No,
No.
it's visible from the
Okay,
Galt.
so
It's on
and
the
you
Galt
have
side.
to come off like 36th there, right?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Off the Galt. Okay.
Yep. right
But,
there.
but
And
you would have to be on the Galt actually to
Yes.
see the place.
absolutely,
visible.
yeah.
But
Okay.
It's
once,
on the end cap, so it's not like kind of in that plaza. So we're like on the end,
Right.
and so we're visible. We have a huge sign on our roof.
it is
so-
very visible on the Gulf. You
On the
can't miss
Gulf.
it. A very bright signage. And I think you hit on something. People like to feel like as if they've discovered something
right.
that is the hidden gem,
Right.
even though it's right in plain sight. And,
Yeah.
and that it gives them that feeling of, oh, I found something that nobody knows about yet, and they want to be kind of
And they
on
like
the
to spread the
inside.
word,
Yeah.
Yep.
and
They want to be the founder. Yep.
yeah.
Word of mouth is excellent. So
Yes,
yeah, and this week obviously it's big week with Holy Week.
it is.
It is Greek Eastern Orthodox Easter, as well as I don't know what you call it, Western Easter.
Catholic, we call
Catholic
American
Easter.
Easter,
American
whatever.
Yeah,
Easter.
honestly.
But that's all on this Sunday.
Yes.
Now at Taverna Kyma, where we haven't visited in quite a while, and
Yes.
I'm missing that great
Uh-huh.
atmosphere. And we're going to go there next month, right before Mother's Day, to
Yes.
do a little preview. But you've got some stuff going on there this Sunday, right?
A lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
So we're doing about 5 lambs on
Oh,
the
geez.
spit.
Whole roasted lambs
Yeah.
on the spit.
Yeah, we start from Saturday, and not me, but my staff is up all night, and they're rotating the lamb.
I was
and
gonna
they're
say, I'm like,
checking-
does your father do this throughout the night?
Yes.
I know your father like mans it a lot.
Yes. Yep. But he's trained, some younger people.
Oh, good.
And then he just shows up. But but it takes from like Friday. We're marinating the lamb. You have to tie it and like
Mhm.
sew it together and all of that. I don't know too much how to do it. I just know
That's
that's
a
what
process.
Yeah.
And it's
And-
tradition,
Yes.
which I love this time of year, with whatever holiday that you celebrate. I just love traditions and maintaining
Yep.
them and getting family and friends together.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the lambs themselves will be going to be roasted low and slow, but then starting Sunday, what time can people start showing
12
up?
o'clock,
12? Okay.
and we have live music. We're gonna have live a Greek band.
Okay. Tony has a look on his face like,
Oh,
oh my
Jesus.
God, where am I going to put this? We've got a pizza in the house, and this looks great. We got this is
Yes.
your
Do
speed
you want to get some
Defo.
of the?
It is the roasted veggie pizza,
Oh, nice.
and it's
Oh, wait a minute. Is that a Cuban sandwich in front of Sophia? What is that?
looks
It's
like
not. It's so it's called our Giorgio's favorite, and it has different, meat inside. It's like it's like an Italian.
it's a cold
Italian
cut.
sandwich.
Nice
Yeah.
Cuban sandwich. There you go.
Yeah.
Cold cut
With a
stuff.
Greek flavor.
So
Yes.
again, these are part of the menu items here. That it's not just Greek cuisine.
Nope.
Wow. Look at all
You've
that.
got a full range of stuff, but of course, if you have a yen for spanakopita
Right.
or
Yep.
lamb chops or your moussaka,
We do.
pasticcio here.
Yes.
Pasticcio, they got it all.
Lamb shank, everything. Keftedes, the meatballs.
Well,
How do you sustain such a varied menu, though? I mean, I was thinking the last time the report was from Jim Sarney, who was there and observed this personally, that Lubie left with a shopping cart full of pastries and Greek things, and then this is a whole different display. So, how do you maintain that much variety on a menu? It seems like it would be very challenging, no?
We've been doing it a really long time. So, and I'm sure eventually, we do change the menu. We reevaluate in
update.
6 months, 8 months, and we see if there's something that's not selling, then we either replace it or remove it.
Right.
So even like in Kyma, we've been there for almost 20 years. It's an evolving,
And
menu.
tastes changed, and people.
Taste change, trends. There's
Trend,
a lot
yeah.
of trends in
Oh,
the
yeah.
cuisine.
Food.
So
Oh, Defo can tell you that because every time I use the word keto, he cringes. But sometimes people get more into the, forget the carbs and get into the proteins,
proteins,
and then it swings
veggies.
back to like, oh, we need comfort food when there's
yes.
economic uncertainty, and people start diving into their pizzas and pastas
Yeah.
and burgers.
Like,
Do you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a trend to have like fried chicken on your menu, which
That's like trendy. That's funny.
it's trendy. And a couple of years ago, that was like a huge no. So things evolve and change. Obviously, I don't have fried chicken on my menu, but I'm just giving you an example. So things change.
Well, now that you mention it, it'll probably be on the menu and the table the next time we come here.
absolutely,
Uh,
yes.
But Defo, I mean, who are you asking? Have you ever been to a Greek diner? They have an encyclopedic menu.
Oh, no, it's
everything
amazing.
from
I
like
love
chow
that,
mein to
feel like
veal
Yes.
parmesan.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
have lasagna
this
and
is
we have
impressive
pizza.
because on the Galt Ocean Mile now, it's really kind of a unique area, and they have a lot of great places to eat in this area. Talking about 33rd Street all the way up, and of course, we're always there on Commercial and A1A, Lauderdale by the Sea. But this is a really unique addition, Sophia, to the local dining scene, and not that far from Greek Isles.
Yep.
But nonetheless,
Well, it gives people
wide
an
and different
alternative.
variety of things here.
Definitely, yeah.
I think
We,
places. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I view it as the more the merrier. I love having different variety. I mean, we're very different. We're very secure in who we are and what we are and what we offer. And I think it's great that there's other restaurants and what they offer and how they do business. And it's nice to see places that have been around for 20 years as well. So
Look,
it's-
and sometimes people just want something new and they want
Yeah.
to try something that is novel, and that's why you come into play here, and it gives people, like you said, more options. Especially if some places get always crowded and packed on certain times, peak times,
Yeah.
and now you are still at that stage where come on in here.
yes.
But on Fridays, Saturdays, has it been peaking, or is it more of like a lunch brunch place? Is
So
it
our
dinner?
breakfast is people. We have like our breakfast is really strong,
Oh, nice.
and lunch is probably our second. And now, actually, this week dinner's been like super busy.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing with restaurants. You can't predict.
You don't
You know, you don't know. One week you're doing great with this, lunch, or that. It depends.
And
so
it's unpredictable, but that's what the talent of restaurateurs is. They got to
Yeah.
be prepared for
you
almost
have to be
anything,
prepared. Yes.
and you guys are certainly equipped to do that.
Yeah.
Deepa, I got to describe this pizza to you. This is
Yeah, I haven't seen the Portnoy one bite yet.
So remember how we used to go to Pizza Spot and you love their vegetarian.
Yes, it's a nice
This reminds me.
vegetarian.
First of all, it's very thin.
It looks great.
The Greek pizza style is usually thin. Like remember our friend Costas over in Pompano Beach? He has the very thin style.
Yeah.
This one very cheesy, and I see zucchini, I see mushrooms, I see eggplant, I see some red peppers. Is there anything I'm missing?
Onions.
Onions.
Yeah, I think you got everything else.
Yeah. No, it's a real. This is a very attractive pie, and since Sophia is eschewing meats and fleshy items,
I would have to say she's taking a much daintier bite than you might be inclined.
And I'm using
knife
a
and
fork.
fork,
I know.
Now when I grew up in Brooklyn, if you used a fork and knife on pizza, they would
Oh
throw
my
you out of
gosh.
Brooklyn.
So is Brooklyn the one that you fold in half? I
Uh-huh.
think at different parts of New York,
Yes,
it's
yes.
a
The
certain
grease
way.
and cheese has to be dripping off your chin.
Okay,
This
there
is-
you go.
We don't call it
That's,
grease.
that's the
It's
barometer.
olive oil. It's very nice olive oil that gets drizzled on the pie, and it has that nice slick coating of very delicious olive oil on top. It's
What's
great.
what's the thought there, Mike Mayo? What
The
do you
thought
think?
is, I already took the first bite, and the cheese is high quality. The vegetables are grilled to perfection, and that little thin crust. I'm going to take a bite of the back end of the cornichon, as we talked about
Oh.
yesterday.
In
Oh,
New
wow.
York, I feel like it's on a paper plate, right? That's the good pizza places.
100%. Yep.
If it's
Paper
not
plate,
full of grease
Or
when
just
you're
some napkins.
or
some-
napkins, okay.
You should feel like you just did an oil change in your car. That's New York style.
That's a
Everybody's
very
talking about it.
satisfying vegetable meal. Those kind of grilled vegetables doesn't it you don't even miss eating meat because
They're hearty.
the
Yes.
zucchini and the eggplant have a fleshy type of texture,
They're filling. Yeah, they're hearty.
and it's better for you. It tastes great. I'm going
Your doctor will be very
8.9.
happy. Oh,
8.9 on this. This is
especially coming off of yesterday.
this
It's
is
been a week of pizza.
You know,
very crisp. I mean, I love when it's good, high quality cheese, and they use a plentiful amount of it, and that thin crust, beautiful, nice pizza.
And they're
From an
loaded with
aesthetic
protein.
standpoint, too, among the many places that we feature on the show, and I get a chance to actually look at what's presented here, coming from my vantage point at home. But I mean, just from an aesthetic point of view, it looks fantastic, Sophia.
thank you.
It really does. It's like a work of art. This table.
When, when,
And you have
If I
these
knew
two
you were
fools
gonna
around you because
Here,
I mean,
I,
it looks.
I would have delivered some food to
I mean,
you
I
so
can't.
that
He's
you
down
could.
You know what? I'm not far enough away to not come down there and snatch up some of the
Okay.
I don't
leftovers.
know, we might send
there's gonna be a lot of
Lubie
food.
on a delivery.
I may stop by his
run
house.
after.
I may have to jump in the car. I
You
mean,
can come here. I'll go there.
Come on down.
You're not
how
far.
long's the break? How long's the first
There's
break?
going to be a lot of food. One thing I do want to say, and people keep saying how great everything looks, and it is one thing I've noticed, not only in life but in doing the show, it's not only the headline dishes, but it's the little accoutrement, the little side things, like the fact that like the you just throw. I don't want to say throw. You add the salad to your dishes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a feature. This dressing, I guess it's I don't know if it's a Caesar or a Greek, but it feels
Caesar,
like
yeah, that one's a Caesar.
it's a really nice, because some of the creamier Caesars I enjoy, but this is like a lighter Caesar dressing, and it's fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here and you put an array of food, but I can't stop myself. Like I'm devouring the salad. Like the Caesar dressing is
You've
fantastic.
turned into me, Lubie. You're now
Well,
going
it's just
for all the vegetables.
I appreciate. Well, I've always
He's-
liked the good vegetables, but I appreciate that every detail is accounted for. Whether
you.
it's the croissants, and again, my wife put it in order.
Did she?
Yeah,
I
for
can't-
sure. They were the almond stuffed one was ridiculous.
The
The
almond
chocolate
is a
one,
huge, yes.
and you do everything in house, which is
Yeah.
again coming from Europe. You find nice bakeries here, but it always feels a little off. Like the
Yeah.
stuff we had here the last time, and I look forward to having every time we come by here, felt like I just stepped out of France or just stepped out of Italy or just stepped out of Greece.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we have these recipes that we've had for years, and we just keep, we stick to what we know, and we just stick to them. So it's worked out so far.
Again, we're at Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro, called Ocean Mile. You guys are open 7 days a week here
Yes.
for breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner.
Yes.
And this Sunday, we were talking about Kyma's having the lamb roast. I assume Giorgio's is open as well for the Easter holiday.
Yes. And we do have lamb with lamb chops. We have roasted lamb, so we have lamb options. We don't have the whole spit, but
Right.
we
can
have
go to
lamb
Boca for that.
options.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's give people the details. Again, Taverna Kyma, open Boca Raton. It's 6298 North Federal Highway,
Correct.
a little bit above, I guess it's Yamato.
Yamato, yep.
Before
and
you
Federal.
get to, on Federal Highway, just
Yep.
before you get to the Delray County or Delray City line.
Yep.
Great place, and it's going to be just hopping. People can make reservations, I
Yes,
presume?
and you should make them sooner than later because we actually sell out.
Oh,
and,
great.
we have,
Oh, really?
and we have a big restaurant.
we
like,
love hearing
No, you have a
that.
lot
Yeah.
of room in that place.
And that's
too.
going
do.
from noon until what? Until
you
the
don't
lamb
ask
runs
those
out.
questions.
Okay.
with
She
the-
laughed. I love that laugh. She's like, we don't
we
close.
don't have. That's like my babysitter asking me what time.
Yeah.
Lady,
like
whenever
that.
I'm
What time do
here.
you need me until? I don't know.
It's like that.
In the
Taverna
morning.
Open.
I'll be back.
The family-run Taverna Open Hollywood.
Same.
The sign says open from like 4 p.m. until the Ouzo runs
Correct.
out. So this is
Yes.
until the lamb runs
Which
out.
they're doing lamb down there too.
Are
So
they?
if you're
Okay.
south,
Yep.
you could go to the Taverna Opa there.
They
Yes.
got your bases covered.
Yeah,
Central Broward.
can't
you
get
come
away
here.
from us.
Down in
Well, we
South
don't want
Broward,
to.
Taverna Opa. Then up in the northern regions, you got Taverna Kyma in
Yep.
Boca Raton. The lamb, is it per pound or is it like a
Yes.
set per person thing? It's
no,
just
so we sell it by the pound. I mean, you don't. Nobody. It's more for like an appetizer,
Yeah,
so
for the
people. You
right.
know,
You have a little
you
taste
can
of lamb.
if somebody
Yeah.
wants a pound of roasted lamb, they could. They could get it. But like I said, we have the other lamb options, but it's just more for just sharing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, you guys don't. You're not family style, quote unquote, but it feels like when people go there to eat, it's family. Like you go
We
there as
love-
a family, you eat like a family, and everyone's. When we were there doing the show on the Sunday, Shirley was there, Val was there, some other friends were there. Your dad, family
Uh-huh.
had welcomed them in like family.
Yep.
There was like 10 of them just with dishes. I was like, we have food. She's like, we do too. And then
Yeah.
people just grabbing this and
Well,
grabbing that.
that's
And when I go inside, every table sort of feels like that
Yeah.
vibe where we're here together to eat together.
Yeah.
Big one, happy family.
We love the family
Yeah.
sharing, trying different things, and we don't have to commit to one dish, and you can just try a variety of things.
yeah. And when you go up there, I mean, you got to start with the mezes and all the dips and the,
That's I bring a lot of people so you can
hummus.
try a lot of things.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then-
curious about a lamb dish here, and it may be way off base for a Greek restaurant, but when I was working in this Moroccan restaurant, they used to serve a dish called lambrosia, which was sort of roasted lamb in honey sauce.
Oh,
Is that a common Greek dish also, or is that
Not
just
really, no.
Middle East?
no, we do. Yeah, we do the roasted lamb, but it's more with like fresh herbs, lemon, olive oil. Yeah, no
Okay, good.
honey.
It was very popular dish, lambrosia.
all good. Hey, it's time to take our first break.
Great.
And I can't wait to see what else you have in
Okay.
store for us, Sophia.
We still
So
have to finish
far,
these.
So great. Yeah, I have to try the pastrami.
Yeah.
The pizza gets a big thumbs up,
Yeah.
as does
The
the
burger was
antipasto
fantastic.
platter.
The fries are
Very
amazing.
nice burger. Again, having those mushrooms. Does it have onions on there as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So a mushroom onion double cheeseburger. What are the cheeses? It's cheddar and American.
Yeah.
Or,
It's a blend. Yep.
It's good. I mean,
no, it's really good.
it's not
really
good for my
good.
cholesterol
No.
or my A1C.
You only had a
Well,
bite,
it's
though.
actually
You've
good
done
that you
well.
went to your doctor already.
Yes,
Yes.
before actually. I was going
So-
to tell
It's
you.
like
Better
I
than
got-
before.
I got a hall pass, and that I don't have to go back for 6 months
That's
for
it.
blood work. It's like the next month I could kind of. No, I
Go
want to
for
That's
be.
6 shows. That's 6 more shows with
I
me.
know, that's great. I know. I gotta maintain my discipline. Get to the gym, burn calories every day. That's my
And then you
motto.
can eat
and
like
then
a
you can
champ.
eat calories. every
Okay.
day. I've learned this. All right.
There you go.
Let's take our first break, and we'll be
Great.
back with more with Sophia at Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro, Galt Ocean Mile, after this. For the finest poultry and the freshest fish, Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, open 7 days. Since 1951, a South Florida tradition for stone crab in season, Thanksgiving turkeys, holiday feasts, and everyday eating. Great steaks, house-made sausage, and prepared foods, too. Delaware is not just a market, it's a celebration of taste, quality, and old-fashioned customer service with a smile. Sign up for their weekly email flyer at DelawareChicken.com and tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a great bagel with lox, matzo ball soup, deli sandwich, and rugelach, you know where I go? Grandpa's Restaurant in Dania Beach. It's a South Florida institution since 1957 that was revamped a few years back by a pair of New York bagel baking legends. Full deli and appetizing case with spreads, salads, and platters for takeout and catering. Grandpa's is near Federal Highway just north of Sterling Road, open 7 days for breakfast and lunch. Go eat and enjoy. It's Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. For the finest and authentic Greek cuisine, Taverna Kyma is the place to go. 6298 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. It's been around for nearly 2 decades. Every day is a feast with grilled lamb and fish, house-made spinach pie and moussaka, gyros, traditional dips, mezes, with soft, warm pita. It's open 7 days for lunch and dinner with happy hour daily from 3 to 6 p.m., indoor, outdoor, private dining. So celebrate life at Taverna Kyma. For reservations and information, go to tavernakyma.com. When I get a craving for real Southern barbecue, Fat Boys Barbecue is the place that I call home. Cooked low and slow with proper smoke and dry rub goodness, Fat Boys has some of the best ribs, brisket, burnt ends, pulled pork, and chicken around. 5 delectable sauces and the tastiest collard greens, candied yams, and cornbread this side of heaven. 4 locations, including Deerfield, Coral Springs, Cypress Creek Road, and their newest location in downtown Fort Lauderdale, 706 South Federal Highway. Open 7 days with great lunch specials, online ordering, delivery, catering, and food trucks for your next event. To order, go to fatboysbarbecue.com today. That's Fat Boys with a Southern comfort food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have daily happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. If you want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting, have I got the place for you. Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Monday. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox with Sophia. We're at Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro, Galt Ocean Mile. We got Jeff Defa DeForest drooling at home, maybe complimenting.
You know what? I may have to distance myself from Lubie if he doesn't come by.
Jeff, are you in your car? Oh no, okay. I thought I saw you.
No, I'm actually going to stop.
I almost, I almost hopped into the car and drove down. I was within an eyelash of getting down there, but as Lubie told me, I mean, it's tight in there. But how many seats do you have in the restaurant?
So we have like 60 inside.
Oh, so plenty of room.
Including outside.
No, inside and outside.
And they have a really nice,
Now is the outside behind? So the outside's on the Galt Ocean Mile.
facing out and also along the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool. A little side corner here where there's some more tables for those who want the al fresco dining, and it's still very, very nice outside for the next few weeks. We hope it lasts, so maybe until Memorial Day, and then people will start gravitating indoors.
Yeah, then it gets way too hot.
Although in the mornings, I know a lot of breakfast
even in the
people,
summer, the mornings are okay.
People will eat breakfast al fresco.
Yeah.
Even
Mornings
in
and
the
the
mornings.
nights are fine. It's just the daytime.
And this area also has a lot. People do a lot of takeout.
Yep.
A lot.
Yeah, because there's all these big apartment buildings, and as you get older, you get lazier, and you don't want to cook anymore. And between
wait, you can get these pizzas to go, Mike Mayo and Sophia.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
So are you guys
Look
on
at that.
the apps or anything like that? What are you guys doing with
all
delivery?
third-party apps.
Oh, nice.
Actually, right now we're just with Uber, and we're in the process of getting like DoorDash and what's the other one?
Uber Eats, DoorDash,
delivery guys.
Delivery Dudes is
that
gone.
ended? Okay.
That's gone. But it's
I'm real curious about something.
So right now,
the restaurant owner. It's really weird to me when I'm in a place and a DoorDash guy comes in and he's like totally nondescript, doesn't say anything to the person that's at the counter.
Yep.
They hand him a bag and he goes.
Yes.
Where's this guy going? And who's he representing? How does that
This
work?
is the impression that I saw on several memes now that this is how it works. If you're one of the DoorDash drivers, you come in, you march in, and you just go.
That's it.
You just hold your phone up.
Do you ever say anything to these guys? I mean, how do you know that they're legit? It's so weird to me.
They just show us their phone, and it's actually the customer's name that is
Ordered
with the
it.
order.
Okay.
So there's not like order numbers and things like that.
Now,
it's just the customer's name.
I know that to these guys, time is money, and they want to get in and
Yeah,
out.
you got to move.
But they've now moved to the point of just being so rushed. It's rude. Like you don't just stick a phone up. It's like, hey, I'm here from DoorDash to pick up for X, and then you say, and here's the order. But to just like do that, it's off-putting to me. And I know a friend of mine that operates Bake Shack down in Dania Beach, our friend Keith. He makes them wait in the line. If there's customers in line ordering and takeout, he makes them wait, or at least he used to. I think there was a revolt, but because he's like, why should they take precedence over people that are in the store itself and in line, and then to have somebody just come up and some of these people that are in line have also like done takeout orders, but they come to pay, and so his motto is, you should wait along with everybody else. But then, of course, the drivers don't like it.
Well, there's a feature now with Uber that I saw that it says like your driver's approaching, like is the order ready type of thing.
Okay, so they'll know whether to come in or wait.
We're so busy sometimes that we might not respect. Right, you don't check. You're busy doing other things.
How's the money work? I mean, who do they pay? They pay in DoorDash?
Uber pays, like the third party pays us directly.
Yes.
So there's no exchange with the drivers.
But they also charge you, some would
You get a
say,
fee, right?
a usury rate, a premium. It's up to 30%. But then
a lot.
The restaurant themselves, you could,
They
it's
usually
one of
jack up
those
prices
things
all the time.
that for customers that are willing to pay for convenience to have things
Yes.
delivered right
You
to
pay
their
more.
couch, you're going to pay more. You're going to
When-
tip the delivery driver, and also the restaurant is entitled to charge a higher rate for something that's going out like that, as
Right.
opposed to those who just
We
come
still
directly.
get whatever our menu prices are. That's what we get reimbursed for.
Okay,
So, and then there are fees that we have to pay with that, but the big portion is passed to the customer.
right.
And
it's-
I think they know that. I think when you're ordering and, and besides the increase in the price of the food, there's all these fees. They say it under taxes and things. And then it's like, I know there's a
Right.
lot,
But
we
who
also
gets the
have,
complaints? I mean, when people start complaining, oh, it didn't come out right. I mean, does that fall back to you or to the DoorDash?
so if there is something wrong, because we make mistakes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If there is a mistake, unfortunately, we can't refund the customer.
Yeah, it's not you.
They have to go on their app and they have to say there was a problem, and usually they just completely
They just give it to
they
them.
just get a refund.
Yeah, they're
they
good.
don't they don't even ask
That's the one thing
questions.
they're positive.
Or,
That's the one thing that
Yeah.
you're really good at.
but
so,
it's one of the hazards is that you are losing
They could
your
hurt your name.
control
yeah,
and your reputation because of something that might be the driver's mistake.
Yeah.
That he's slow and couldn't find the place,
Yeah.
and it's a tricky balance. But there's just so many people are expecting it now that
Right.
it's like in order to there's some restaurants that choose not to take part in it, but
Yeah.
obviously for you with all these apartment buildings up and down here, you got to do it. Right?
we have another feature where, like, on our website you can order for pickup, and there's no additional fee.
So that's what I was
Right.
going to ask. Do you
So it's
allow people to
called
do
Chow
direct
Now.
pickup?
Well, you can call us and say, yes, I want to, we put
Pickup,
the order in, but there's
Okay.
also an app called Chow Now
Okay, and
that does
is
not upcharge. It
great.
charges the regular price.
and you come in, pick it up yourself, and
You can
that's
come in, or if you do want to pay that extra fee, you can.
They have a
I think they have like a
flat
flat
delivery fee. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
things like
options.
that.
It's
Overall, Sophia, as a restaurant owner, is it better than the old days when you had like 2 delivery drivers?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I
Okay,
mean, is it better
but-
for business overall?
Yeah, I mean, it takes the pressure because if you don't, there's days that you don't have a lot of deliveries.
Right.
You're gonna have 2 people on payroll plus car insurance.
Right.
It adds up.
more insurance,
you
more
know,
liability.
gas, all that liability.
Yeah.
So,
It's
It's-
So you welcome it.
yeah, absolutely.
It's again, it's a times change, and
Yeah.
so do the way people expect that restaurants get the food to them if they can't make it to the restaurant
And
themselves.
people are willing to pay
Yeah.
for convenience.
Oh.
So,
Hey, can I just sing the
Can
praises?
I call DoorDash and have them deliver that anti-pasta plate?
Well, if you
This thing has
pay,
been on my mind since you put it out there. That is great.
Lubie will do it for $1 less than you were willing to pay
Do it for
DoorDash.
free.
So-
Louis' prices are too high now that he's a big restaurant business.
I will drop
I just
by.
wanted to sing the praises. I had a little chunk of this Giorgio's favorite sandwich here, which is basically like a cold cut sub.
yep.
That looks
But
great.
it was a Cuban. They bake their bread fresh in house here, and you can tell because it is just a perfect, nice little kind of, I guess, what you call it, like a French bread.
Yeah, it's like a
type
baguette.
of- baguette.
Yes.
But it's got also the roasted red pepper, some roasted eggplant, ham, turkey, and mayonnaise and Swiss cheese, and it's great. And it's so big. I told Sophia, I was like, I couldn't even eat a half of it.
No, it's
Yeah.
a nice sandwich.
And
Yeah.
like,
Are these the normal portions that are being
They
represented
are.
here? Because
Yeah,
it
they
looks
are.
ridiculous.
they're not putting on
We're
a show.
not going to
for the
switch and
show.
bait you. No,
No.
what you see is what you get.
Is
That's
every
great
dish
stuff.
$100? I mean,
Well,
we can work with that.
$14 for this sandwich.
No, and it comes with a
includes the
nice.
beautiful
I'm telling you, the
side
salad's really
Yeah.
nice.
No, I mean the
Like,
value is
I would just
here
eat the salad half the time.
because anytime you can get like more than one meal, and for me, I mean, I would.
No, that's
I
two
can't even
meals.
imagine eating more than a half of that, but some people do,
Some people
and God
do.
bless them.
No, that's fine. But again, like she was talking about with Taverna, Kyma, even here, like I could see ordering a couple, 2 or 3 different, like an antipasta, and then you get a salad, a
Right.
sandwich with a salad, and then again, their baked goods are ridiculous.
Yeah, no, and I don't mean to taunt
to come
you,
here and not get a baked good, I think is scary.
Lubie. I don't mean to taunt you, but
Yeah.
like that pizza and that bread.
You're not taunting me. Yeah,
and
thank
that
you. Now you're
baguette
taunting me. You
is
jerk
so
off.
freaking good.
I've
And
heard it.
And
I've
we
had
sell
God
the
would
bread,
forgive you
too.
if you took
I'm
one
sure
bite.
it's not a God thing.
I'm not gonna.
It's
I'm not
more of
gonna
a me
corrupt you.
thing. Kind
And
of
I
thing,
respect
but,
everybody's religious, preferences and practices, and just I think the beauty of Holy Week. Oh my
wait,
God,
they're bringing
we
more?
got
Yeah,
more
that's
stuff
true.
coming in.
Don't get rid of anything.
We're gonna get we're
Yeah.
just moving it to the
We're moving
Either
it
side.
Defo or
over.
my wife.
We've got
What
the
now?
burger we've
What
already
now?
had. But wait,
Okay.
there's more. She kind of What else
Got
you
some
got?
kind of wraps
This
working
is-
here. That looks great.
That's a
That's
salmon wrap. It
salmon
looks like
wrap.
Oh,
a,
this is the vegetarian.
A
wrap.
This
salmon
one's gonna
wrap.
be without the bread, but
By the way, you guys are not drinking enough for the.
I know, I know.
This is a
Yamas.
very low end
Yamas.
show.
Oh, you
I
did?
finished mine.
Oh,
Remember that.
wow.
Oh,
Well, you
wow.
guys
I
are
need a
eating your
refill.
bread. I'm drinking
Hey,
the
wow.
I've
wine.
already transitioned into white wine, so I mean, from my
this is like a bagel and lox, except it's wrapped
Yes.
up
It's a salmon wrap.
inside a
Yes.
spinach.
that is all you, Mike Mayo. I mean, that is a matzo ball special.
You know what?
Whatever it was
I
on
feel
it.
ashamed to say this, but I'm so full. I don't know if I can have another bite, but I'll have one more.
We'll
bite.
figure it out. We'll
Let's
find
do it
out.
after the break.
In honor of Sophia, you should at least
We
take a
will.
bite.
We will
Oh, we'll
do.
try it.
We
Then
will
I'll get
do
to try it.
things after the next break. We do have to take our second.
Two more
break,
breaks.
Lubie.
Yes. Let's go.
So we will be back with more, and I'm afraid how much more food, but she is delivering the whole menu, and she is.
Hit him with some baklava at the end of this too.
Oh,
Sophia.
God.
No Greek today.
We're not
Oh,
doing
Greek.
so
Oh,
We're
we're
not doing Greek
That they're
today. But I
diverse
do have
at
some other
Giorgio's.
surprises.
The point
Oh,
is
more
to
surprises.
showcase
My
that
God, Mayo.
it's not just for people who are, seeking Greek food. That
Yes.
even people who have maybe palates that are a little bit more vanilla and want something like a classic.
Phenomenal variety, though. I don't know that you need a vanilla
variety's
to enjoy any
amazing.
of this. I think
Oh no,
Variety's
it's
amazing.
it's great variety.
Extremely
All right,
tasty.
Lubie, let's take us to our second break and be back with more from Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro. After
Drink
the
up there, guys. Come on. You're
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30, except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Looking for great seafood that's a little further inland? Luke's Seafood and Grill. That's Luke's with a C, 5511 South University Drive in Davie. Luke and Roxy, they're a great couple with great food. It's a mom and pop shop bringing the freshest fish and seafood to Western Broward. Some of the best jambalaya and fish cakes around. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You can find his famous Scoobies, those sauteed crab claws, right there on the specials board most days. Oh, so good. So take a trip to University just north of Sterling today. Lunch, dinner, closed on Mondays. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Feel like getting away without leaving town? Then you got to check out the House on the River in Fort Lauderdale. It's a beautiful restored historic home with indoor and outdoor dining right on the New River. You'll think you're in Charleston or Savannah. It has a gorgeous patio, porches, and private dining areas, and it offers unique experiences perfect for a date night or fun times with friends and family. It has weekend brunches, happy hour, dinner Wednesday through Sunday. There's also a high tea on Friday and Saturdays, and the popular House of Veuve Champagne experience on weekends. The House on the River is in Fort Lauderdale's Himmershey district, just south of the Science Museum. For reservations and information. All right, we are back on the Lunchbox, and see, Sophia is digging into her grilled vegetable sandwich. It looks like on a whole grain bread. Is that right? Am I
Yes.
right? It's okay.
Yep, it's a multi.
And how is it?
Yeah.
And Tony, he's got
Yep.
he's got more wine because Lubie is drinking like a man who can't eat bread or pizza. So,
But wine's okay.
hey, Defo, I had something for you. I know
Yeah.
you're a music man and a
Yes.
music fan. I went to a concert last night at the Parker, formerly the Parker Playhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
John Rundgren, did you go see?
No, if I say the words or the name Justin Hayward, does that mean anything to you?
Did he play for the Knicks? Who was Justin Hayward?
Yeah,
Sounds like it
Oh,
should.
that was Spencer Hayward. I'm sorry about that.
Spencer Hayward.
He didn't play for the Knicks either.
Justin Hayward. I would have thought a man of your generation would know that name immediately.
Don't know Justin Hayward, although I do have a musical report, but I'm not sure I want to share it because I'm afraid the place will be packed.
Okay,
tomorrow.
but basically, he was the lead singer and guitarist for the Moody Blues.
Oh, great. I mean, great band.
And he had a nice. He kicked off. It's a long North American tour, but it was the first night of a North American tour at the Parker last
Parker
night.
Playhouse. Now, you're often asked on Let's Eat South Florida,
Yep.
"Hey, where can we go and eat around there?" And there are a lot of good places.
A lot of good places.
Yes.
We ended up going before
Well, Heritage is right there.
her sister came up from Miami, and we just walked across the street to Fat Boy's Sushi, where I haven't been in a while, and it's actually all right. They did a good job there. There's several of them all over the place.
Are they all about the same? I mean, they
This
consistent?
one, the original, this was like the second one that opened just south of the tunnel in Fort Lauderdale. Have you been to any of the
I
Fat Boys
haven't.
sushis? Are you
I
sushi?
tell you what's
boy?
dangerous about that, Mike Mayo, the Fat Boys, if you tell me it's good.
What's
They're
that?
right next to the Move dispensary where I go get my
Okay.
gummies. And
I don't like the
marijuana
ones
and-
that are in the North Fort Lauderdale, but
Okay.
this one south of the tunnel always does a nice job, and they've gotten.
Wouldn't that be the ideal location, though, Sophia, if you were right next to a marijuana dispensary? With this stuff? Are you
I think
kidding me?
everybody is next.
God,
to
I'm
the
going out of my
dispensary at
mind.
this point.
Great.
There we go. We got Tony pouring more wine. Oh, that's just for him.
yeah.
Yeah. That Lubie needs a little more drop. I'm good. Thank you.
What
no,
happened to you, Mike Mayo? You better go back and see your doctor. There's something wrong with you. The way this
no, the
whole
next
show is
time
not
on,
going the way it's
It's
supposed to.
reprogrammed my brain and taste buds.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
alcohol doesn't go down like it used to. It's a very strange phenomenon.
One good report on a blood test, and all of a sudden the guy's a different guy. I mean, it's crazy.
But I got to give the report because Justin Hayward, or people who like the Moody Blues, I didn't realize he had been a member of he wasn't a founding member, but he joined like 2 years after they were founded.
Nights in white satin.
But Nights in White
Yes.
Satin was he
In
on that song?
19
My mom loves
This
it.
guy joined the
Sing
Moody
with me, Sue.
Blues in
You don't want me
1966,
singing.
and that was the year that I was born.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
He's been in the Moody Blues, and again, the Moody
How old
Blues
is
are
he?
no
His
longer.
80s?
He's 78 years old.
66, you
Wow.
said?
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
78 years old,
Good for him.
He looked
Still
great.
playing?
and he has a new backing band, a couple of good, talented guitarists.
So how old is this guy, man?
78, and he has
Do they
a.
do Moody Blues songs?
He
And he's
did
still
a,
got
bunch
legs,
of, a whole
Is he in a
bunch.
wheelchair, or did he have to sit
No.
down?
He wasn't in a wheelchair, but this was the depressing part. Much of the audience
Audience
was in
was.
wheelchairs, walkers.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
you know, But there was one
Century
guy.
Village. Was there a bus from Century Village that was going
There
back?
could have been.
Probably, there probably was.
But but look, this is the age of it. People, if you were like
Tucked in the
18,
back, got VIP.
if you were
Guys
18
only had hair in the back of their
Yeah,
head,
yeah.
nothing on top. I mean,
if you were 18 or 20 years old in the mid to late 60s,
No, for sure,
that means you're like 80 years old now.
Yep.
These hippies are aging, and
Yep.
some of them are aging very well because
Yep.
there was
not
one
all of them.
guy,
But trust me.
it was in a tie-dye Moody Blues t-shirt who was dancing in the aisles, and I said, that guy is tripping on Jardiance or something like that. But because he was dancing like he was in a Jardiance
Oh,
commercial.
so what
But
was the demographic of this crowd then, Mike Mayo?
like I said, it was let's say me and Val felt like the youngest people in the crowd.
You felt good.
It was like when Pia Zadora used to appear at my parents' place in Century Village.
Now
And my
there's the
mom would say,
blast.
"What? Don't you want to come and see her?" I'm like, "No, I have no desire to see this."
But
woman."
I actually had a desire to see this guy because I remember,
Moody Blues were a good band at the time. You know,
their famous album was Days of Future Past,
Yep.
and
Nights in White Satin. I mean,
was
was
a
a
big
White Sands, a
one,
great
but
song.
there was also a couple other hits that Tuesday after.
a lot of depressing songs, though, if you really think about it. I mean, everything was like.
But Justin Hayward told a great story about one time he was in Venice, Italy, just as a tourist. He wasn't there touring or gigging or anything, and he's staying at this hotel that had a decent bar. It was like more of an English-speaking hotel, so a lot of people from the United States. But he said they had a karaoke machine in the bar. This was like 30 years ago, and there was a couple from like Norway that was looking through the things, and the guy and his wife was saying, let's do it's like they were split between doing My Funny Valentine or Nights in White Satin.
People were gonna sing that?
And he was
That's
there.
tough to
Nobody
say.
recognized him.
Yeah, that's something.
And-
Oh, he went and did it.
No, no. It was the
couple
couple were
couple
deciding,
getting-
but
he was
he
in the
was
bar.
like, "Do me a favor, you do Nights in White Satin, and I'll do My Funny Valentine."
Did they boo him off the stage?
Nobody
Like
realized
karaoke
who he
night?
was. He said, "My Funny Valentine was it's just a very kind of, nice romantic song, but it doesn't have any big flourishes." And he says, people politely applauded when he finished, but that when the other guy,
Did
the
his song.
Norwegian, did his Nights in White Satin, and he had the big ending, and he said it brought down the house. Everybody's applauding, and he was like, "Okay, I'm okay with that."
That's so funny. It's
I'm going to
the
give you one. Never
celebrity-
mind that. How much did you pay for that concert, though, last night, Mike Mayo? Was it worth
Zero, because Val is very
Oh,
nice enough
freebie
to pay.
tickets.
But I think they were going in the $50 to
$50
$60
to
range.
see this guy?
Yeah, it was great. It was a nice
I'm
show.
going to give you one, the Bamboo Room, Lake Worth, Florida, which
Okay.
I'm reluctant to schlep all the way up there because it's about a 45-minute drive from me. But tomorrow night, and I think they call this thing Rubies, and Sophia can relate to this because I believe a Greek singer will be there named Christine Tombakis.
No
Who
idea
is
who she is.
sensational, this woman. And she's playing with the great Matt Schofield and the other guys from what was known as the West Side Blues Band. And I've been up there before. It's a different scene up there in terms of dining and music and everything.
Yeah, Lake Worth
All
is
night, Bamboo Room. You can't beat this. World-class guitarist Matt Schofield, your man Terry Hank on the saxophone, and Christine Tombakis representing the Greek nation.
Yes.
Wow.
Is going to just knock it out of the park. This woman has a voice. I'm telling you, Sophia is from Greek heaven. It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
that's
Wow.
great. Nice.
So,
And it's
and that's like a freebie. And I'm
nice.
not sure if they serve food there, but I think they do.
cozy,
so-
intimate room. Like what? Seats like 100?
It used to be called the Bamboo Room. It was a famous place there in Lake Worth. And there's a downtown area there that kind of came on a little bit.
Oh, there's a lot of nice
Restaurant
restaurants.
dining scene.
Yeah.
And I think it's called Rubies. Is just the room. And I
Now
believe
it's
it's pretty
named
good.
Ruby's. Okay, so it's an intimate place. I love the Parker. They renovated it. It's no longer called Parker Playhouse. It's just called
Oh,
the
the-
Parker.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's right around the corner from where the Panthers practice facility is, War Memorial and Holiday Park in Fort Lauderdale. But they refurbished.
Oh, were you at Heritage last night before?
No, because they're not open on a Tuesday. So
Oh.
we
You
didn't-
couldn't get Reno to open up for you?
No, I
just
couldn't.
personally,
We
like
ended
a
up at the
casino or
sushi
something?
joint. And but it's like intimate. It's like probably seats about maybe 2,000 people, 2,500 seats. So it's like
How many showed up for this?
no, it wasn't a complete sellout, but it's just a very it's a good venue. Yeah, it's a good place to see band, and they
Oh, no
do get a lot of these kind of older rockers in there. Steve Winwood has played there occasionally.
Steve Winwood, though, is still. I would say I would go out of my way to see Stevie Winwood, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't find my way home. I mean, traffic, all of that. He was
Yeah.
brilliant. He still has it. He still
Yeah.
has it
Well,
going
no,
on.
there's always good stuff coming through. And Justin Hayward kicking off a North American tour. Is going through like 5 Florida cities in the next week. He's going to, I think, Orlando and Jacksonville and all that. But anyway, I'm sorry. I digressed because you know why? I can't take another bite, but I will. We've got, this is the,
I love the way you grabbed that sandwich or that wrap, Mayo.
well, I did
Just
nibble on
He
it.
did.
pulling away from Sophia there.
I
This
felt
is
really
great.
good because during the break they were both still eating, so it's not like you're doing it for show. So
Well,
No,
this-
Lubie's not in on this program with Mayo, which we're waiting for it to end, Sophia. Trust me. We can't
know,
wait
I
for
like
him
the
to
Alfred
get
Mayo,
to
but
whatever number it is he's trying to
the
get
fact that
to
he
with
talks
this
about
Ozempic. And
No, I want to be around.
let's move
for a
on.
while,
Let's
and
move on already, Mike.
But I've learned that, in order to stick around, I've got to kind of, pull it back a little bit
Yeah.
of discipline,
Yep.
a little exercise, and then I can still eat. Anyway, explain
that's a
what this
spinach
is.
wrap,
This
right?
is the spinach
So-
Spinach wrap.
Yep.
smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon wrap. So it has the cream cheese, the capers, lettuce, and of course the smoked salmon in a spinach wrap.
So it's like a salad with the
that
salmon and
sounds
cream
great.
cheese
It's like-
in
yeah, it's
the
like a bagel.
spinach wrap.
Sounds
It's
And
like
I
a
took a
lock,
bite
yeah.
already, and it is really good. And it
How many
feels-
items do you have on the menu in total, Sophia? Or
A
can you
lot.
even say?
Oh wait,
Okay.
And is it
By the
different
way,
than? Oh no, do you bring in
As
more?
you say that,
Let's put this over there.
Lubie, you better stop by. I'm going to kill you.
I told you I'll come by and bring
Oh, look at this.
We don't need all
Oh
that.
my God.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got. We've got.
Are there more people waiting to join your party
No.
after the show?
He's like,
Where's
I have
Tony?
no
Are
problem.
there
Thank
people
you.
waiting in the background? Do you have hidden people there?
Now Sophia's ready for more.
Now I'm ready for some wine.
You know what? Let's take our third break, and then we will introduce the final
Okay.
2 pieces of the food puzzle.
Is that a pasta dish of
This is
some sort?
insane. Why-
This is dedicated to you today.
I appreciate
But
it.
just to show people, it's not just about the Greek cuisine here at Giorgio's. Ribs with the roasted potatoes; those look
Yep.
a little bit like the Greek style roasted
They are the
potatoes.
Greek
they
roasted potatoes.
are.
And a pasta dish that is a chicken.
Wait a minute. Just bring
Florentine.
that intact, Louis. Bring that. I'm calling DoorDash. They're going to pick
What,
it
the
up.
ribs or the
Yeah, no, the pasta dish looks
chicken
amazing.
Florentine? It's rigatoni with
Oh,
spinach and
Mushrooms.
pieces of chicken.
Yep.
And it looks like in a kind of a tomatoey,
It's
a little
pink
bit-
sauce.
Yeah.
It's-
Michael, have you ever seen a restaurant with this much diversity, though, on a menu?
know.
I mean, you've had 20 different items here today, and this hasn't even begun to address it. I mean,
I was going to
that-
make
Right.
my DEI joke, but I will not
No,
do that.
But I do appreciate
we-
again every bite, whether it's something that is Greek of their background, quote unquote, or the pastrami. Every bite's delicious, and they do. I do
Yeah.
appreciate that they take care with
Put
everything.
that on a
they do.
matzah for Lubie, will you, Sophia?
Well, I'm
Greek
just gonna
matzah.
say,
I mean, there's nothing
thankfully,
like
diversity is still out on menus, and you can find it here. All right, let's take our third and final break, and then I will take some bites of the final dishes here. And
You
then
better
we'll
eat everything, Mayo.
roll
Otherwise, it's
on
over.
home.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with more on the Lunchbox after this. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Hey, it's Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. Just to go over the schedule for the rest of the week, I think today is Wednesday. I'm losing
It is.
track of my
I lost
days.
track of the days too.
And we were on, obviously, today a little bit earlier. Tomorrow, we're going to be at Batch New Southern Kitchen, but the one in Delray Beach, West Delray, the marketplace, Delray Marketplace, just west of the Turnpike and Atlantic and Lyons Road. We're going to have a 2 o'clock start tomorrow. I think we're going to see our man Kevin and one of the managers up there. It's either going to be Jennifer or
Is
Vanessa.
he still kung fu fighting, Kevin?
We're going to ask him. I think he's in better shape than I am at this point, and that's saying something. He's cut. He's getting ready for the next UFC battle.
Oh, Kevin.
And so Batch tomorrow, Friday, our usual Friday Fun Day place, 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park with our 1 p.m. starting time. I know some of our fans were a bit confused. You can always check out the schedule if you go to the Mike Mayo's Lunchbox Facebook page. I always post it at the top. It's a pinned item that has our monthly road shows and schedule, including the times. And, some days we mix it up and get on a little earlier. Some days we do the happy hour edition like we're going to do next month, but we're not going to be featuring happy hour. But right before Mother's Day on that Wednesday, I think it's May 7th.
We said,
we're going to be Taverna Kyma in Boca Raton.
Oh,
And
nice.
you are going back to full-blown Greek, right?
It's all Greek.
Okay.
It's all Greek, and I'm dedicating it to you.
It's all Greek to us. You're going to have some great lamb and whole
No,
fish.
no lamb.
No lamb. Okay.
It's going to be
Oh, man.
full, clean
I like fish.
fish.
Oh, clean Greek. Clean
Clean.
Mediterranean.
It's going to be the
Brentino.
full Mediterranean diet.
Mediterranean diet.
We might throw some lamb
You
in
say
there.
diet, my heart just starts pounding
singing.
in anticipation
Stressing.
because you know me, all about the healthy eating these days. Much.
Yes.
So let me, before we get out
Oh
of
yeah,
here,
we got
we're
new
gonna have-
stuff here.
we're gonna
Now
have
we got
Robert's
dessert.
meal, yeah.
We haven't even. This is an onslaught. Lubie, you have to start keeping tabs of a daily amount of
Who
food
brings more
items
than
that
what?
brings out, and then we're gonna have to crown a Lunchbox champion.
This is a record, though, Mayo. I mean, we've been doing
This
this
is
for
a new
3+
record.
years. Over 20 dishes presented in the same luncheon.
I think it's an Olympic record.
I think it really
Call it in Greek.
call the Guinness people. Call the Guinness people. See
All
if
right,
this-
before we get to the dessert, and we got the great general manager here,
Tony,
Tony.
yes.
He's taking great care of us.
Yeah.
We did have a couple of more of the entree items, and I don't want to give it short shrift because as much as I love the pizza, that pasta dish
It's
is
really nice.
outstanding.
Yeah,
Great
looks
sauce
great.
on that.
Look great.
We're gonna
Leave
bring
the gun,
another-
by the way, Lubie. Take the cannoli.
Exactly.
and we got
A
ribs.
full rack of ribs.
That's
Yes.
a
Oh,
that's a
no.
fantastic
Yeah.
rack of that's baby backs, pork ribs.
Yes.
Yep.
And
They're delicious. I had one to make sure someone could vouch for it. And
yes,
shockingly
Again.
enough, they are fantastic.
pizza no go on Passover, but
I'm
the
yeah,
baby back pork
I'm not
ribs.
kosher. I'm
Don't-
Passover.
You can rationalize it any way
Yeah,
you
I
want.
do whatever I
will-
gotta do.
I will not mock you.
Yeah,
I
it's
will
fine.
just,
You
just
can
say
mock me. It's okay.
it's well.
I do
guess
what I
am
do.
Mocking you. All right, what do we got? Desserts.
Okay, so we have a tiramisu.
Nice.
a limoncello blueberry cake.
I've seen that cake.
Okay, do you
before,
make
but it's a great
this
cake.
you make here?
So we make it in our bakery in,
No, that's fine
in
because
Hollywood.
there's one that's well known for their mascarpone cake that looks very similar to
Oh,
that.
okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you guys do your
This
own.
is a great
Yes.
cake, and I mean, just it's great flavor.
Yes.
And then you've got the
Traditional
cannoli.
cannoli.
What's this?
This is a Grand Marnier
yes,
cake.
that's gonna take the
That's-
cake with me
Okay.
because it just looks very like a
There you
cream
go. Looks
puff,
lighter,
very
yes.
creamy and light.
Like
and,
a profiterole type of.
you know, 3 or 4 months ago, Defo, I would have.
Oh, you
lost
would have
all-
already eaten all 4 of those.
I would. No, I would have. I would
would
have.
have been shut out, and
I
Sophia
would
would
have
have been
shoved this whole
me. She would
thing
have been
right in my
done.
mouth and
Yeah.
just did the John Belushi in the Animal
This,
House.
this must be one powerful drug, this Ozempic. I mean, I don't know. I mean, shooting morphine can't be as powerful as this.
Cake for
Yes.
Nicholas.
That's so good.
Okay.
And
Wow.
this you make in house?
Yes.
That's
There
so
you go.
good.
Yeah.
Well, what time do you
Stare
open
at
in
it,
the
love
morning, Sophia? Because I want
We
to come
open
down there
8
like at the
a.m..
crack of dawn. What time?
8 a.m.
8. Okay, I got to wait
8
till 8.
a.m.
I'm
until
going into the-
about 9 o'clock at night.
And this is the blueberry lemon cake, right?
Yep.
With the little.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh. All right. I gotta
Okay.
stop.
You're done.
Yeah, here's where he talks with his mouth full. But no, it's worth it. I mean, those desserts look sensational.
Thank you.
I just don't know how you could account for that much variety at that level of quality in
Yeah.
any one place. Mike Mayo, are they in the candidacy to be like, I mean, the best in terms of overall
All around, yeah.
just variety?
I mean, you talk
quality
about going
level?
from soup to nuts. From
Yeah.
start with the appetizers and going all the way through the desserts.
Yes.
It's all here, and I'm in love with pretty much everything
Yeah.
on this table. That the pasta, the pizzas, all that vegetable sandwich, which I didn't even get to try, but just looking at the way you grill the vegetables and
What about the wrap? What about the wrap? I mean,
Oh, the wrap is
The
great.
wrap, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking this home for later consumption. And no, this is it. Giorgio's Bakery and Bistro, Galt Ocean Mile.
wow.
They
what a
also have one
presentation.
down in Hollywood.
Yes.
Same menu down there.
Same menu-
or
Same
similar?
menu. Everything that I showcased today is down there. We do have a lot more of dinner items here.
Right.
Some more Greek items like the whole fish and the lamb chops and all that we don't have at our location in Hollywood. But everything I showcased today is in Hollywood.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
long is the wait outside? Like if you get there after 8 o'clock in the morning, I mean, how long is the line?
They do a nice
Let me
business.
know. Let me know when you're coming. You'll never have to.
I
wait
mean,
for a
look,
table.
it's around the corner. I'm ready to dive down there. I really am.
Beautiful.
Very convincing
This
today.
is all good. Again, they are open this Sunday, Easter Sunday,
Yes.
and Eastern Orthodox / Greek Easter Sunday.
Yes.
Don't forget, if you want to have a real Greek Easter experience, go up to
Kyma.
Yes.
for all those lambs on
Or
the spit.
Taverna Opa.
Or Taverna
Opa as
Opa.
well.
Yeah.
Yep. Either one.
Reservations available on, is it Open Table?
Open table. You
Yep.
can call and make a reservation, but I do suggest
Strongly
that you
suggest
yes.
Make a reservation.
It's going to be a
Yes.
big time, lots of
Yes.
families, lots of holiday celebration.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you are looking forward to eating
Yes.
the all the great stuff again after your again Holy Week activities. You tell me
Yes.
Saturday night you got the church, you go
Yep.
to church, all
Midnight
the-
church. Then we break our fast, and
Nice.
Sunday we continue.
That's it. Everybody, observe your traditions,
Yes.
cherish it, cherish
Happy
family
Easter,
and
happy
friends, and
Yeah.
until-
Stefano Tsitsipas in Barcelona. Christine Tabakis tomorrow night at
There you
Rudy's.
go.
It's a Greek festival, my friend.
Beautiful. All right.
Thank you very
until
much.
the
Thank you
next
for
time.
coming. I
Thank you so much,
appreciate it.
Sophia. Enjoy
you.
everything and enjoy every sandwich.
Yes.
Now this you make